You know, one of the things I really love, because we do a lot of branding, and all this kind of stuff is a passion of mine as well. When I see like the name Penny Appeal, I'm like, that's a genius name. Like, if you understand the psychology of human beings and giving, I'm like, that's such a great name. And then it's like small change, big difference. I'm like, wow, like, the way these guys have done it. And then, the cup of tea kind of thing and all these amazing things, like, just really, really, inspiring to see an organization. And it's great that you're not like those, you're not like an MC Hammer. Okay. And what I mean by that is, you're old enough to remember MC Hammer, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were excited because he's winning Shalwar, we got happy, right? So MC Hammer's a one-hit wonder, right? Like, he produced this great hit, and it was really great. The whole world heard it, and that was it. And for you, like, mashallah, tabarakallah, to do single Muslim, and then to kind of shift over to something like this, use the knowledge, use the expertise, to bring it here, I think it's phenomenal, like, what you've done. And of course, like you said, I know this, that alhamdulillah, like, when I was helping to build Aira and Al Maghrib and all these kind of organizations, it's never you. It's always those amazing people around you that make it happen. Without them, you're nothing. You're just the guy in front of the stage or the camera or whatever. These are the people. So how do you actually pick those guys? Like, when you look at someone, you think, this guy's going to be my leader for Penny Appeal, or this guy's going to be the leader for this or that. How do you choose that? How do you select? What are the qualities you look for in a great leader?
For me personally, I know that HR will say, Adeem, what have you just said there? You can't say this. But for me personally, it's about a relationship and a vision, and the integrity of that individual. Because you can train most things. In fact, you can train a lot of things, but what you can't train is, you can't train passion. If somebody's kind of like, and you can't train drive, because you either got drive or not, and you can't train how the two souls click with each other. You can't, that's just, either you click with somebody or you don't, and it's that relationship and that trust. And then it's just about being able to, you've got to just be generous. You've got to give, you've got to, put something and say, look, this is Imana, and people have put this trust in me, and I want to put this trust in you. Take this and do the best you can with it. And then, like you said, you've got this team around you that support you and that protect you, and that kind of like always continuously fine-tuning what you're doing and checking in with you and making sure that everything's right. And then you've got people, like everybody's, and when it's very rarely like that, but when it's kind of like at its optimum, it's like, you're just doing a really nice dance, everybody's dancing in the ballroom and they're all doing the thing. But it's just about people. It's about getting the right people. But I guess it's just who you connect with. If you like somebody, you can work with them, and if that feeling that you get with people as well, and different people, I guess my job now is mainly just to kind of call myself I'm a lobbyist. If I because the systems are set up and the process are set up and the people are all that people are there, and my job is just to say, look guys, can we do a little bit more of this? Can we do a little bit less of this? Can we try this? Can we try that? Can we try the other? And just introducing people and kind of like being able to, headhunt people and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way, and everybody's got their own identifying scale, and some people go through a really thorough process, and there's got to be like a interview 1 and interview 2, and then you've got to go through this and profile testing and identifying.
What's interesting about what you're saying though, Adeem, is that I've been in a lot of partnerships. Like, some of them were terrible, some of them were good, some of them are great, and what I realize is that now I even tell people that it's important for you to get connected with the person, even when you're hiring, in terms of your values first. And if they've got the correct values, then the abilities come into it, right? Yeah. It's not like, let me find someone who's great at this, and then later on they don't match. Partnerships only work if your values are matched. Yeah,
and you've got to be able, because the other thing you can hire in other stuff, you can train in other things, but the values are something that you hold, and I guess those are deep rooted within you, and that's what you feel comfortable with. And if you feel comfortable as entrepreneurs as well, we don't get out of bed because we are wanting to do this job or we need to do. We get out of bed because we enjoy what we do. We have a passion for it, and that's. You surround yourself with people that you believe in, I guess, and you surround yourself with people that, alhamdulillah, we're blessed to be able to surround ourselves with those individuals. we don't, it's not like our fathers or our grandparents that have to drive the bus or have to be in a factory or have to do any of that. It's like, that thing we don't need to. We can choose to be where we want to be, and that's a big blessing in itself. That's a huge blessing.